to do the recording. All right, and now I have begun the recording of this session. We were talking about the first writing session that we had this past Friday, for which I created a Google Doc. And although students who were in the class, all of them participated in the activity, I was able to comment on their work, I was able to see their work, but there were also a few students, few online students who were taking part in the activity from their homes. Now, those of you who did not participate in that activity, they may have access to the Google Doc that I created on Friday. Whoever sent me the request, I have allowed them, except for a few students who sent me requests using their personal email accounts. If I will only allow you access if you send me a request using your FC College email account. Now, with that said, we will have some more writing sessions during this semester. What I would like you to do, to both on-site and online students, what I would like you to do is, whenever you create, I create a Google Doc and you get the invite to edit, make sure that you get the access. And then make sure that you go over the write-ups of all students who participated in the activity. If you haven't participated in the activity that day or later, that is okay. What matters is that afterwards, after seeing the whole working on the document, you should create your write-up. You should do your writing. What you should do after that is, like for example, in last class, I asked you to create, to write a letter to the editor related to e-learning after pandemic. So those of you who did not participate in the activity, please make sure that you complete your write-up, you finish your draft. Please revise it multiple times, 3-4 times, for language accuracy, for grammar accuracy, spelling accuracy, punctuation and everything. After you have finished the draft, go ahead, put your name and roll number at the top of the paper. Also suggest a suitable title for your draft, and then take a print. It shouldn't be handwritten. Please get a print of that document. Print it and then maintain a folder, get a folder that is going to be your writing portfolio, and drop that printed page in that folder. You will do it after each writing exercise. Online students, you need to be very clear about this, that this is how you will be maintaining a writing portfolio throughout the semester. The first step will be to get access to Google Doc. Second step is to participate in the activity. You can online on-campus students, of course, will do it in the class, and online students can do it at home. If for some reason, especially online students, if sometimes they do not have internet or electricity, if you cannot participate in the activity, that is okay. Afterwards, you must take a look at the document and then write your own article. And after you are done with the writing, make sure you put a title at the top, you put your name and roll number at the top, get a print, and then drop it in the writing portfolio. And now, if you have any questions, I'll let you ask. Just 1 minute, Lou. Do not put your first drafts in your writing portfolio. It's a portfolio that actually maintains a record of what you have been doing throughout the semester. Please revise your draft for accuracy multiple times. When you submit that folder, let's say towards the end of the semester, and I'm grading it, I'm grading your work, and I see multiple mistakes in one write-up, in one single article, it means that the work that you are submitting is hurriedly done work. You didn't take it serious. You didn't put any effort or energy in creating this portfolio. That will lead to the deduction of marks, and that is something you do not want to happen. So maintaining writing portfolio is very important. I already explained it to everyone when the semester began, to the students who came during the first 2 weeks, and also to the students who came afterwards. But I thought it is really important for me to repeat this information to let students know how we are actually doing it, especially to online students. Now, Luke has a question. I'll let him ask the question, and then I'll ask online students if they have any question. Yes, Luke. You are not supposed to upload it. Google Doc is for those students who could not participate in the activity, but actually they can learn what was done and how it was done. Does that make sense? So
I was absent on Friday. So on Friday, everybody will upload it on Google Docs.
So did you get access to the Google Doc?
I got access to the one where you applied.
Yes. Okay. If you have missed the activity, that is okay. I mean, it is better if you take part in the activity. It's good for your learning, but if you have reasons and you cannot take part, that is okay. You do not have to go and write and upload it on Google Doc. What I would like you to do is go over other people's write-ups. Yes, yes. In the class, and some online students also participated. Just go, because when people were writing, I checked everyone's work. I commented on everyone's work. So now that will tell you that what mistakes other people did, how I advise them to fix those mistakes so that you do not repeat those mistakes in your article. So see, it's a kind of peer review. It is also a kind of learning from each other. It's a collaborative learning process. So what I would like you to do, if you have missed the activity, please make sure you go over other people's write-ups, and that will tell you how to write for your article. Write your own article. It should be typewritten. Revise it multiple times. Ideally, you should revise it 3 to 4 times. At the end, make sure you have your name and roll number at the top. Also, make sure that you have suggested a title for your writing. Get a print and drop it in the folder. That would be writing session 1. Now, writing session 2 will be next week, not this week. Online students, do you have any question about any of this? All right, I have a question from Khansa Kamar. She's asking, we have to bring hard copy of our work next week. No, I'm not asking you to bring any hard copy. What I'm asking you is to drop the hard copy of your article in the folder. I will need your folder toward the end of the semester to evaluate your work. Any other question, online students? Do I have any other question? Are you all clear about how we are maintaining writing portfolio?
If we are in class, then we upload it to Google Docs and we check it. If we miss it, then we just
All right. My internet had some problem. I lost you for a minute, online students, and now you are back. I am back actually. Luke, you were asking about the working on the activity. It's not activity. It's actually I call it writing session. So if you, for example, if we have writing session during your online period, I will always send a Google Doc before the same day when we are doing activity. If you get the access, come online and participate. Yes. So if you cannot participate because, I mean, I understand the reasons of power outage. I also understand the reason of poor internet connection. If you cannot participate because of these problems, then at least make sure that you see what other people have done, and then accordingly you write your own draft.
And if we are in class,
then you will be working with me. All right, do I have any other question? If not, then I'll move to the next announcement. The next announcement is that last week we had an activity which was related to the reading of editorial. That was not a graded activity. Rakshan has a question, let me answer him. So Rakshan is asking, I have already done, he has already written his letter to the editor. Where should I send? Rakshan, you are not supposed to send it to me. What I am asking is that revise your letter to the editor 3 to 4 times Make sure that it doesn't have any language or grammar mistake, and then take a print of your draft. Before you get a print, make sure that you write your name and roll number at the top, and you also write the title of your article. And then get a print, put it in a folder. That folder is going to be your writing portfolio, which you will submit toward the end of the semester. If anyone has missed any writing session, like if you do not give me like, let's say if we do 10 writing sessions in the semester, and if your portfolio doesn't have all of them, then you may lose marks. Similarly, if you're writing the articles that you wrote, they are not up to the mark, they're not really good, then you may lose marks again. Does this answer your question, Rakshan? Okay, very good. Khizar is asking, what about the online students? But online students will also do this activity when I send them the Google Doc. Uh, During the class, when on-campus students are doing this activity, at the same time, online students can also participate. But if they cannot participate because of logistical reasons, that's okay. What I would like them to do is just read the document, read other students' articles on Google Doc, and then develop one of your own.
Excuse me, ma'am. Ma'am, I'm asking about submission of portfolio.
Submission of portfolio, better you will keep the portfolio with you during the whole semester. You will keep dropping writing session articles in that. I will ask you for the portfolio towards the end of the semester. I will decide a date and I will announce it to everyone, and you will have to get the folder to me in that time period. And of course, I'll announce dates separately for online students and for on-site students.
All right, ma'am. Thank you.
Does anyone have any other question? Okay. Now let me. The next announcement is about what we are doing this week. We spent the first week of the first day of the week doing an activity regarding editorial. Today, I wanted to do some important announcements. For that reason, I'm having this online session. I'm recording this and I'll send a recording. I'll upload a recording on Moodle as well. On Friday, we will again do another activity. For that activity, whoever comes in the class is supposed to bring a copy of the newspaper. It doesn't have to be a fresh copy, it can be any old copy, but it should have opinion pages. The activity that we did last time was based on reading online version of editorial. The activity that we will do on Friday is based on reading, which is from a physical copy of the newspaper. Now, online students need not to worry about this activity because I know they are coming back next week. And for them, I will repeat this activity, the same activity on coming Monday. All right. Now you all will go online and you know what we are doing next week. I will do a PowerPoint presentation, which means I'll give you a lecture on Wednesday next week. And then we will have our second writing session on next Friday. Not this Friday, next Friday. Now, clear everyone? Now, sorry. On-campus students, instructions for you. Do not forget to bring a copy of newspaper for your class this coming Friday, the day after tomorrow. Instructions for online students. Please listen to me carefully. Please remember to bring a copy of newspaper with you for your class on Monday, which is going to be
Okay,
November
ma'am.
23rd. I am writing this in the chat box as well to make sure that everyone gets the message. To repeat, Those of you who are with me in this class today, you will bring a copy of newspaper to the class this coming Friday to have an activity. And those of you who are taking this class online right now, please bring a copy of a newspaper with you when you come back to campus this coming Monday. We will do activities, I mean, for on-campus students and off-campus students this coming Friday, and then again this coming Monday. Again, next week, Wednesday, I'll give you a lecture on editorial, and then we will have our second writing session on Friday. Now, students, those of you who will go online next week, please know that our second writing session is going to be next Friday. Now, please be on a lookout for an invite related to Google Doc on that day. Okay? If you want, I highly recommend that you participate in the activity. And if you want, you can being online, and for that you need to make sure that you actually are there during the time period for this class, and you work with me. All right, now this was the second announcement. First announcement was related to maintaining portfolio. Second announcement was related to a brief plan of what we are doing this week and next week, and then what my instructions for you, what you are supposed to do. Third announcement is very, very important. Now, third announcement is that in your midterm exam, I want to actually prepare you for that from now, because the kind of exam that I'm going to give you for midterm requires research that you should begin from now, from today. I am going to ask you a question where I will ask you to make comparison of opinion pages from national newspapers and international newspapers. Now, this is, you see, again, this is a kind of question that requires research. That is a must ask question. That is a question that I will ask you definitely, for sure. And the reason I'm giving you the question in the beginning, like right now, so that you can begin your preparation from now, from today. Now, what I would like you to do is that you have already started reading opinion pages of national newspapers. Remember, we had two activities that were related to reading letter to the editors. And then we did another activity in which I asked you, last class, I asked you to read editorial in national newspapers. But so far, we haven't been reading international newspapers enough. If we don't read international newspapers, we cannot possibly answer these questions. Now, how do we access international newspapers? When I say international newspapers, I mean those newspapers that have global readership. Now, we all know that we have access to the New York Times. It's online copy of the New York Times. The New York Times is a newspaper that has global readership. It's an American newspaper. Another newspaper that I highly recommend you all to read is The Guardian, which is a British newspaper. Now, an American newspaper and a British newspaper should be enough. How do we access theguardian.com? Online students, I'm sharing this link with you in the chat box. You can try opening this up, theguardian.com, and I will open this up on the screen as well. And then I'll tell you how to access the New York Times. All right. Now, when you scroll it down, this is The Guardian. When you scroll it down, sometimes it may happen that a message pops up here. It's not here. Okay. Sometimes it happens that a message pops up at the bottom of your screen and it asks you to sign up. Something like that. Now, The Guardian, why I am suggesting you to read The Guardian. The Guardian is a newspaper that has not put up a paywall. What is a paywall? Can anyone tell me? Yes, a paywall is a kind of restriction. Like they may let you read maybe 2 or 3 times, but after that they will ask you, okay, now pay or subscribe. So now and actually they take pride in telling this, that, well, we are an international newspaper that doesn't ask you, that hasn't put up a paywall. TheGuardian.com is a newspaper that I highly recommend that you all read. Now you see The Guardian on the screen. Oh. Can you all see my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, wait a minute. Let me plug in my charger. That's a far. Look, can you push it? Can you push my computer a little bit? Yeah, that's better. Fine. Okay, now you see my screen here. You see this tab opinion right here. When you hit this tab, see now you are on opinion page. And these are their Zubeda Huq, Owen Hatherley, Jonathan Watts, Ruth Bishop. So these are their opinion writers. Online students, if my screen is not clear, you can do this on your own. So go to the link that I just sent you, then go to the opinion page and see some of the opinion writers. In the exam, especially in midterm exam, I'm also going to ask you who is your favorite columnist? Tell me a national name and then tell me an international name. If you haven't read these newspapers, you cannot possibly answer the question, right? Now, this is the time to begin. All right. Now, does anyone have any question about theguardian.com? Okay. Now, let me tell you how to access the New York Times. This is the link that I just sent you. Now, you all need to pay attention to this newspaper because the one that I'm going to share now actually is not free. It's not free and it's an expensive newspaper. But I'm going to tell you how to access it. All right, this is an online version of the New York Times. And they may let you read NY Times. When you go to nytimes.com, they may let you read a couple times. Maybe let's say for a month or a week, I do not know. But very soon they will start sending you messages that, okay, please subscribe. And if you do not subscribe within a week, they won't let you open. Like the page will appear, but if you click on a news story to read it, it won't open for you. They won't open it for you until and unless you pay. Now, what I want to tell you that I requested your college library to get a subscription for students. I have students who are reading opinion writing, and for them it is important to read their opinion section. When you scroll down nytimes.com, you see their opinion section here, opinion. All right, and you see many names appearing here. All right, all of these. Okay. Now, again, pay attention to opinion writers that you find in The Guardian and keep reading articles by opinion writers who are writing in New York Times. Now, you may ask a question, when New York Times has put up a paywall and they don't let us read, how do we access it? So I'm going to give you username and password for the subscription that your college has bought for you. Please be mindful of the fact that New York Times is an expensive newspaper and your college has got the subscription only for you to read it. I think it's a really a privileged situation that you have an access to this newspaper and your institution is actually paying for it. Now I'm going to write the username. The username is, excuse me, it's written on a document in my computer. Let me open up the file. All right. In-person students, you can note the username. It's librarybooks@fccollege.edu.pk. Online students, I just wrote the username in the chat box for all of you. The username is librarybooks@fccollege.edu.pk. Now the password, I'm going to write it in the chat box again for online students. The password begins from 9 and it goes to 1. It's 9876543321. This is the password. All right, now I have shared the username and the password for the New York Times with everyone. Now, let me tell you another important information. My time is running out for online students, and I'll just wrap this up soon so that I can also ask them if they have questions. Now, I want to tell you that the subscription that the university has bought for you is not institutional subscription. Unfortunately, institutional subscription was very expensive. So what they have done is, and you know, we all are facing economical constraints, especially in the wake of this pandemic. What they have done is they have bought an individual subscription, which means that not everyone can read the newspaper at the same time. So I suggest that you, let's see, you begin your reading from now, and please keep sharing your experiences with me. If you, at some point you feel like the newspaper isn't opening up for you, let me know. What I can do in that case is I can make different groups and I can assign them different timings that, okay, this group may read newspaper in this time, maybe in the morning, and this group can read in the afternoon, and this group can read in the evening. This is what I can do. Now, so I do not know how things will happen, how will the experience go. So begin your reading from now, and if you experience any difficulty, you can let me know. Another thing is, I think you can still read New York Times for 3 weeks or 4 weeks without subscription. Maybe you may want to enter the password when it starts asking you for subscription. You can do it then. So let's save some time. All right. Now, to repeat, lastly, in your midterm exam, not only in midterm, but in other exams as well, I'm telling you the questions that I'll ask for sure. First question is, I may ask you to make a comparison of opinion pages or contents in opinion pages in international newspapers and national newspapers, like a comparative question. Please start preparing for that question from today. The next question may be, I may ask you, who is your favorite columnist in national newspaper and international newspaper? I know that you can handle the question related to national newspaper very well. But we all know Hassan Nisar. Many of us know Javed Chaudhary. We also know Ayaz Amir and many other Talat Hussain who writes in English newspapers. I know you can handle questions related to national newspapers. For international newspaper, however, you need to do preparation. Like for that reason, I'm asking you to read The Guardian and the New York Times. With that, I have ended all the important announcements that I wanted to share for today. I'll let online students ask questions if they have any before we run out of time. We have only 5 minutes, but if you have any question, you can ask me. Do I have any question from online students? Otherwise, I'll let you go because I'm running out of time. Very good, Muhammad Arif. Luke, I'll ask you to note down these names so that I can mark their presence when I do the attendance. It's Muhammad Arif. And then it's Khizr Butt, Husnain Jafar, Khadija Umar, Khansa Kamar, Maham Beg, Muhammad Arif, Muhammad Bilal Afzal, Muhammad Usama Amjad, Nouris Abdul Rahman, Rakshan Bhatt and Shiza Ali.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, Shiza, I have noted your name. Very good. Now, it seems like that online students do not have any question. So, yeah, I'll let them go now because I have a few minutes left. Now, three important announcements. I'll upload the video of this recording on Moodle as well, so that students who could not take the session online or on site, they can also know what to do. First announcement is related to maintaining a portfolio. I have told everyone how to maintain it. Second announcement was related to our planning for this week and for next week. And also an announcement for the writing session that we will do next Friday, and announcement related to bringing newspaper for classes on Friday and for Monday. But hostel students will repeat the activity. And for hostel students, I'll bring the newspaper copies as well. Third announcement is related to two important questions that you will be asked in exam. The first question is related to making a comparison of opinion pages contents in international newspapers and national newspapers. And the second question is, who is your favorite columnist in a national newspaper and international newspaper? So these start preparing for these two questions, and for that you need subscription and access to international newspapers, and I gave you information how to access them. Is this clear to everyone? Now, thank you online students. It was great, lovely having you in the class. Now, I'll see you when you come back on Monday. Thank you and goodbye.
Okay, ma'am. Allah